Hi guys, welcome to Soraya Academy. Today we're going to show you guys how to make this really pretty quinceañera arrangement. It can either be a centerpiece arrangement or a gift, depending on what you guys want to use it for. Now usually we wouldn't add balloons to the back of this arrangement, but our client specifically requested them, so we added a few in the back for her daughter. So the first thing you're going to need is a vase. We chose this gold round one here, and then we filled it up with water from our water dispenser. You want to make sure that there's plenty of water in there because flower foam does absorb quite a bit of water. And once you have your water in there, you want to take it over and put in your flower foam. That's one of the first things you want to do, so you can make sure you have plenty of time to absorb all of the water. And this foam right here is a full block, but we probably only need about a third of it for this arrangement. So we're going to actually cut right about there, and then I'm just using a regular butter knife, and you just cut straight through. Once your foam is cut, you just go ahead and put it inside of the water, and it's going to start absorbing all of that water that we had at the bottom there. Now even here you can see there's only a tiny bit of water at the bottom. There's not that much. It's starting to absorb it all, so I don't think this is going to be enough. I actually went ahead and filled up a cup with water, and I'm just going to pour it over the top to make sure that there's plenty of moisture in there for the flowers so they don't dry out. And I know this seems like a lot of water, but it's actually going to take most of it, if not all of it. And it still looks pretty dry, so I'm just gonna keep pouring. Okay, so that was all of our water, and if you guys can tell in here, there's no more water at the bottom, so it's all completely in the foam, and there's still a tiny bit of dry spots on this foam. It's not completely wet, but it did take all of the water that we poured in there, and whatever's left at the bottom should be absorbed. So the third thing we're gonna need is these bamboo skewers, and you can get these at just Walmart, Target, Amazon, anywhere pretty much. And we're gonna use these to add some glitter gold foam stars to our arrangement. So we actually have a lot of different glitter foamies here that we've saved from other projects. So I'm just gonna take out the gold one, and these are just a few scraps, but they are big enough for stars, so we're just gonna go ahead and use them. And then I have a bigger piece that I'm gonna use for the sign that says Mis Quince. So I went ahead and printed these stars on regular cardstock, and I'm just gonna cut these out and trace them over the gold foam so that I can get a perfectly symmetrical star shape. Now I did print different sizes because I wasn't sure which size I was gonna need. I actually don't think that I'm gonna need the smallest one. I'm probably just gonna use the bigger one and the medium-sized one for this size arrangement. So I've cut out my stars, and I'm just gonna go ahead and place these over the back part of the foamy. You don't want to do it over the front because then you're gonna be able to see the pen. So you just place it in the back, and it fits perfect on this piece actually. And then now it's ready to cut. So we're just gonna cut these out and do about 5 of these. And here they are. You can still see a little bit of the pen, but it's not a big deal. And these are actually gonna go on the kebab stick. So we're gonna take this stick, and you wanna put it over the flat side. To do that, we're actually going to take these glue dots that I got off of Amazon, and I can leave the link below for these. I actually buy these for balloons, but they work well for a lot of other stuff. It's a good alternative if you guys don't have a glue gun. And they are just these little round circles. They're actually really tacky. I know it doesn't look like it because they're kind of small, but they are pretty strong. And you just go ahead and place that at the top of your stick, kind of like this. Mine got a little bit wrinkled, but it doesn't matter, it's still gonna stick. It's sticky on both sides, so you just put it on your stick and then you just press it onto the star. You can kind of go a little bit higher so your star doesn't get wiggly, and then you just put a little bit of pressure, and that's it. You have a perfectly star wand that you can add to your centerpiece. The next thing I did is print out this Miss Quince sign on regular cardstock. I actually went with the lavender because she said she wanted pink and lavender for her arrangements. And I'll go ahead and leave the link for this cardstock as well. I also got this off of Amazon, and I've used them for other colors, and I really like this company. When I cut out my sign, I make sure to leave about this much space along the whole edge. And that's just so that I don't accidentally cut off any of the design. Once you have that all cut out, then you just go ahead and add more of the glue dots to the back. You want to go all the way around, and you can add as little or as many glue dots as you want. You just want to make sure that you're not leaving any big spaces or big gaps. And then you take that and you place it over your foamy. Make sure to leave a little bit of edge. You don't want to go all the way to the edge, and then you just press firmly. And if you have any spaces where they're still lifting, like you can see it's kind of lifting here, then you can just go back and add a little bit more glue dots to it. And then you just go ahead and cut that out as well. Once you have that cut out, then you just flip it over and you add another kebab stick. For this sign, we're actually going to do 2 just because it's a little bit larger, and I want to make sure that it has enough support. So I'm going to add one right about here, and then I'm just going to press firmly, and then I'll add my second one right about here. And you want to make sure that they're completely parallel so that they go into the foam nice and smooth. So there you have it. This is our sign here, and now we're just gonna add a little bit of rhinestones to it. These are actually rhinestone strips that already come with the glue in the back, so you just cut them out and place them. We placed a few here around the green just to give it a little bit of extra touch, and then a few on the M and the Q. Once that's done, you want to print your client's name. So her name is America, and I went ahead and printed it in this purple that matches the flowers, and then I'm just going to add the pink rhinestones to it as well. Very similar to what we already did, and then we'll just cut it out. Once that's done, then we're ready for flowers. So I actually picked out these really pretty pink and white hydrangea flowers. These are fresh flowers that I actually bought yesterday. I just put them in water and then put the AC in the room to make sure that they stayed fresh overnight. And they still look pretty good. And then we're just gonna go ahead and cut the bottoms off of them like this. You want to make sure that you cut at a slant too, so it can absorb water a little bit better. And once you have them cut, then you just insert them directly into the flower foam that has the water in it already. So this is how it's looking. We've inserted 2 hydrangeas, and we're about to insert our third one. Usually it just takes 3 to 4 depending on how big of an arrangement you want to make. So this one we're going to insert right about here, and you just want to make sure that you're giving it kind of a dome shape. Now don't worry about the gaps. We're actually going to take these pink flowers and we're going to do the same thing, cut the bottoms off of them, and then just insert them into the arrangement to fill in some of these gaps. And depending on how many you have, you can also add leaves depending on what kind of look you want. Once you're all done adding the flowers, then you just go ahead and add your sign here in the middle, and then you add your stars and your name however you want. We actually went ahead and added balloons to this one, as I said at the beginning of the video, because she requested them. But you can leave it with or without the balloons, whichever you prefer. So this is the final product, guys. If you found this video useful and you liked it and you want to see more of them, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Bye!